49ers. Faithful, take a deep breath. Today is one of those days when hearts race in the Bay. There's a strong signal at the helm of the offense, a possible shakeup under center, urgent movement in the pass rush rotation, and a bold plan to juice the passing game. And behind the curtain, a backstage decision could redraw the secondary and stir the locker room. Want to understand why this could change the season right now? You won't believe what we've got today. So sit down, smash that like button, and let's get straight to the news. Ready? Because the next step is about to heat everything up. You know when the tide starts to turn, but no one is sure when the wave will actually break? That's exactly where the red and gold offense is. Kyle Shanahan let it slip that Brock Purdy has a chance to return in Week 9, but per reporter Nick Wagner, the decision is to stick with Mac Jones as the starter for now. That changes the call sheet, the tempo, and the pre-snap reads. If Purdy is activated and begins on the bench, you gain an ace up the sleeve for specific packages. If he sits one more week, the staff doubles down on pace, risk control, and first down chains to keep the line from being exposed. And here's the first tension of the night. The 49ers will be without Ricky Pearsall, knee, Jake Brendel, hamstring, Bryce Huff, hamstring, and Yetur Gross-Matos, hamstring, against the Giants. Without Pearsall, you lose a short area separator and a useful perimeter blocker for the run game. Without Brendel, protections and blitz IDs need to be simplified. Jones's cadence, he thrives in rhythm, becomes a tool to neutralize pressure. Without Huff and Gross-Matos, the defense loses edge explosion in sub-packages, demanding more creativity in rotation and simulated pressure to keep the pass rush ceiling intact. So why roll with Jones even with Purdy close to returning? Because there's continuity in quick first-read timing, fast play action, and motions that stretch a defense horizontally. Jones sits at 65.9% completions, 1,597 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions in 6 games. Hardly MVP numbers, but he sustains drives when the first window opens. The risk? If interior protection caves, his tendency to hold the ball a half beat too long can get costly. That's where angled screens, legal rub slants, and a mix of duo and outside zone keep defenses honest and the ball out on time. As for Purdy, that massive extension this offseason made him a pillar of the project. There's no QB controversy here. When he's 100%, he's back in. But Shanahan knows forcing a comeback with imperfect turf toe throws off base, alters the plant foot leverage, and creates off-platform inaccuracy. Better to manage the season clock than burn a possession now. Meanwhile, the locker room is getting the right message. Stability over anxiety, execution over narratives. The Bay wants a response right now, and the response starts by tightening the offensive details. And that wasn't even the most surprising part of the day. While the fan base is still orbiting around the quarterback, the back rooms of Santa Clara are boiling with something that could hit even harder right away: the pass rush. After bringing in Keion White, John Lynch didn't stop. And the name gaining steam in the halls is Kingsley Enagbare of the Green Bay Packers, a realistic, low-cost target with that profile coordinator Chris Kukurek loves to turn into gold. Enagbare lost snaps in Green Bay after the front office reinforced the edge group, and ESPN has already placed him on its odd men out lists, players who could be moved. Here's the key. His contract is light, the market value hovers around a 5th-round pick, and the 49ers still have cap maneuverability. The equation is clean. Underused talent plus low cost plus instant technical fit equals a deadline opportunity you pounce on. And the fit is obvious. In Kokorek's wide 9, Enagbare brings steady motor and early down stamina, freeing Bryce Huff and Keion White for more specific speed roles. It's the kind of piece that doesn't grab a headline today, but changes rotation performance in November and December when legs get heavy. If the 49ers are willing to attach conditional language, the return could be immediate, consistent pressure, better rest for the group, and less exposure for the secondary on long developing plays. Of course, there are obstacles. The Packers' trade history skews conservative, rarely liquidating young talent, and the edge market is heating up. Dallas, for example, is monitoring names in the same tier, which can nudge prices upward. But if Green Bay accepts today's range, John Lynch holds the cards to move fast and upgrade one of the defense's most critical spots. And the fans? They're reacting with that familiar blend of excitement and impatience. On the forums, the question is blunt. Is Lynch going to make a move or watch another contender steal the target? External pressure is real, but inside Levi's Stadium, the feeling is clear. If there's a chance to strengthen the defense without mortgaging the future, the time is now. But hang on, faithful. because what might happen on the other side of the ball could tug right at the heart of this offense. If there's one thing the 49ers don't do, it's wait for chaos to fix itself. John Lynch is acting, and the offense could be next up for an upgrade. Even after trading for Keon White to reinforce the defense, a growing insider consensus says San Francisco needs more air support. Injuries to Ricky Pearsall and Jawan Jennings opened a visible hole, and without perimeter blocking, even the run game has felt it. That's where a bold plan emerges, one that echoes the 2019 Emmanuel Sanders swing. Sources close to the league indicate the front office is evaluating options at wide receiver, and three names stand out, but one in particular is fueling buzz: Calvin Ridley of the Tennessee Titans. The talent is unquestioned. The current stretch is bumpy, and Kyle Shanahan, whose offensive mind impressed Ridley back in Atlanta, could be the one to unlock him again. Imagine what Shanahan could do now with the veteran on his call sheet. Ridley offers what's missing in this room: size, physical presence, and the ability to stretch safeties. He's the kind of target who helps any quarterback, Purdy, Jones, or whoever is under center, attack the middle of the field with confidence. He's also coming off back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons and doesn't carry a major injury history. That's a blend of reliability and pop that could restart the passing game and, by extension, reignite the run with stronger outside blocking. The timing on the contract helps too. There's a team-friendly out before next season. That lets the Niners test the fit now without compromising the future. While Tennessee reassesses its roster, San Francisco can move quickly, replicate the Sanders formula, and inject new energy into this offense. Among fans, the reaction is close to unanimous. If Lynch does this, the offense comes back to life. Some even say Ridley under Shanahan could be the missing link to restore that contender shine. But keep that thought parked, because what might happen on the defensive back end is at minimum polarizing. While the fan base imagines possible arrivals, there's a parallel conversation splitting the building: the very real chance the team parts with a starter. Yes, the name circulating is safety Jair Brown, and the idea, as reported by Matt Barrows and Vic Taffer of The Athletic, is simple: turn a secondary asset into draft capital. Risky, but it could unlock other deals before the deadline. The front office logic is cold. Brown has a market, he's playing well, and he could bring back a day 3 pick. Here's the detail: the 49ers are light on late selections, and recouping a 6th could prove essential for the next step, say, finishing an edge trade. Some even suggest Brown could be included directly in a package, especially given the obvious connection with the Jets. Their defensive coordinator, Steve Wilks, worked with Brown in the Bay and still praises him. On the field, the picture is mixed. Malik Mustafa is back and has reclaimed the top starter role, while Jason Pinnock and Marquez Siegel have split duties. Brown has been in the dime role, but he dropped to 4th during camp. He's solid, but the short contract, 1 more year, and Siegel's ascent make the exit more plausible than it looks. Strategically, the safety rotation today actually allows for this kind of move without tearing down the defensive structure, something unthinkable just a few weeks ago. For fans, the feeling is divided. Some of the faithful see Brown as too young and too valuable to move. Others see the logic: sell while the value is high and use the return to fortify the pass rush. Either way, it reignites an old question: how far is John Lynch willing to go in sacrificing depth for versatility? The truth is, the trade window is closing in, and San Francisco looks ready to do whatever it takes to fine-tune the machine. And if Brown's name ends up being the key that unlocks a new arrival, the fan base might be about to live another intense chapter in this red and gold roller coaster. Faithful, we breathe and push forward. Shanahan opts for stability with Jones as Purdy draws near. The injury list demands creativity in the game plan, and the pass rush could get a smart, affordable boost with Enigbear. On offense, Ridley would be the spark to widen the field and rebalance the ground game. Behind the scenes, a Jair Brown trade could finance a final push. Would you sacrifice depth now to gain immediate impact? Drop your take below. If you enjoyed the breakdown, hit like, share it with the Niner gang, and subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter.